Finally, it's accuracy day for the Primary Weapon Systems Mark 111 Pro little shorty piston gun with that super short pistol storage device on the back end. We've got our target set up out there at 100. We're using a right-on 6-24 by 50. Yeah, it looks a little absurd on this, but hey folks, we're testing the rifle, not looking for cool points. We're going to be shooting 5 shots each of 5 different loads. Let me pivot the camera around. 5 shots each of 5 different loads. Going lightest is going to be our Nosler 35 grain down there. We've got a GBW frangible 45 grain. Fiocchi 55 grain from the range pack is a 223 load. That's what we use to zip. We also have some 69 grain Sierra Match King, and from SSA by Nosler, some 77 grain open tip match. Now obviously all of these rounds were loaded with the intent of being put out of a 16-inch barrel or longer, and 100 yards, well, let's see how it does. So back from our accuracy test with the Primary Weapon Systems Mark 111 Pro, really sweet piston operated AR pistol. The length of pull, I gotta say, a wee bit short with this pistol storage device. Not exactly ideal for bench shooting, so it was a little awkward, but we wanted to see what the gun could do. We went, as you saw earlier, super light, and believe it or not, these little 35 grains didn't do too bad. Keep in mind this is 5 shots from 2 different shooters for a total of 10 shots. I accept that. The Pro Trainer and this stuff, it's a frangible. They are nice and clear about it not being an accuracy round, and it has a really funky shape to it. Kind of wandered all over the place. This was 45 grain, I want to say. Yeah, 45 grain, and yet struggled quite a bit to be stabilized. The Fiocchi 55 grain, granted this is just a range pack, and it's a 223 chambering, so a little bit lower pressure, is around there. We're guessing, you can see the holes are kind of more of a rip with the Fiocchi, and they're more of a punch with the GBW Pro Trainer. I thought that was kind of interesting. Then coming down to our 69 grain Gorilla, we ended up with this group, which is pretty darn nice. For 2 different shooters, come on. Our SSA by Nosler, this was a 77 grain open tip match. Almost as good, pretty darn close. There's probably some shooter fatigue going through, but you'd think that by the time we got down here, we'd be more tired than we were up here. So it looks like this little 11-inch pistol doesn't have too much trouble stabilizing certain loads. But the quality of the ammunition certainly makes a difference. I would have loved to have shot some regular 62 grain through here, or some other inexpensive 55 grain. The Fiocchi, not so great when you look at it up close. When you step back and you realize that those circles are 4-inch circles, and we're still easily within 6 inches left to right, and that it's all left to right, I want to blame us, the shooters, more than I do the gun and ammo combination, which means this thing is much more accurate than even what you see there. We just happen to have some luckier batches. Point being, the 11-inch barrel did not have any trouble creating useful accuracy at 100 yards. What are your thoughts?